Okay, I think I'm recording now. Okay. Today is what is today? Today is the ninth. Well, this is the eighth in my book. So this is my daily wrap up, and I'm excited because I got uh a book that I ordered off of Amazon. I finally got it. It's called Kabbalah Magic by uh I can't pronounce his name, but Mr. Christopher. And I'm excited about it because I wanted to learn more about Kabbalah and about what it is and how to interact with it and all that stuff. And the reviews on Amazon.com were really good. People kept saying great things about the book, even though I think there was a couple of people who complained that the author um, Lyam, I think his name is pronounced, goes on about the feminine energy. But I've gotten through the first chapter, and the first chapter was wonderful. So I'm hoping that the as I continue to read the book, it still makes me want to continue reading it. Still reading Astral Dynamics by Robert Bruce, and I'm reading about the energy work, and it's really, have to be honest, boring. I don't know what. But I'm sticking with them. I'm trying to get through um understanding what is energy work, even though he has a second book called Energy Work. But I'm trying to get through um this chapter. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a lot of diagrams, and it's called You and Your Energy Body. It's the chapter, I think the eighth chapter, and it's hard to get through because it like just tell me what I need to know, and I'm assuming that he wants me to know about the energy body. So you know I press on, and I have my tea here, very tasty and hot. I have two other books that I'm trying to get to. I have so much stuff to read. So I have I'm a member of the Martinez Order, so I'm trying to get that read and some other books. So today was pretty slow. I woke up at what time? I think probably I woke up at 3 or 4. I just laid there for a long time. I suppose I guess what took my car to the Toyota dealership so they can give me a price on how much they'll purchase it for. But I'll try doing it tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Sunday or Monday, someday. But I'll get it there. So what else am I procrastinating on? Procrastinating on getting this house clean because I can't stand a dirty house. I just can't stand cleaning a house. So dealing with that. Um, what else? I can't think of anything else to discuss. What is his name? Rodney. Rodney texts me and he asked me what was I doing, and I didn't feel like seeing him. So I don't really know what his expectations are. You want to just hook up, you want to have dinner, you want to see a movie. I'm used to people clarifying what they want. If I don't know what you want, it seems kind of rude to say, well, what do you want? So he seems to be the type who doesn't like saying what his intentions are. And a person who can't tell you what their intentions are can't be trusted. So I'm sensing that. So, you know. So good news. The guy at the gym, Justin, that I have a crush on, he asked for my phone number, and I was really weird. I couldn't think straight. I just couldn't. So, he said he invited me to their church. He would send me the address to a church or something like that that he goes to. I never got the address, so I don't know. Maybe he forgot. Maybe there's no church that he really wants me to go to. Maybe he just wants to get my phone number, which is what I suspected. Which is not a bad thing. That's what I wanted. So, um, you know, who knows? But I'll try to give him a text tomorrow and see he wanna hang out or something. At least he's local. He seems to be a pretty decent guy. So at least he works out at the gym. So the reason why I am choosing to look into Kabbalah magic is because I'm just interested in the astral realm and astral projection and just being more conscious, um, more ritualistic. So this book may help out. There's a lot of warnings in here that the author gives in the first chapter about once people say over and over, once you open the doors open. He says on page 13 in chapter 1, this is not a book about inducing fleeting altered states of consciousness. Use as directed. It is a guide that will direct you through a process for where there is no comparison between what you are now and what you will become. Once the awakening process begins, there will be no going back. But few will find the work interesting when confronted with the price that they must pay for entry. Magic is not what it appears to be. So I've been told over and over again that, when you start working with mystical, magical Kabbalah, it's a door you open, and once the door is open, it's open. But the door for me has already been open because I'm not just jumping into mysticism. Um, I've been working with mysticism for some years. It's been more so working on me. So I already know it ain't any going back. But, it is what it is. He had another quote in here that I really liked that was just stating that once spiritual discipline is something that I want to get into a practice, but to me, to get into a practice, I have to experience results, and I have experienced some results, but they've been kind of iffy. So I can't find the other quote right now that I really liked and enjoyed that he said. Um, but I'm interested in learning more about Kabbalah. Only thing I was disappointed that he didn't talk about the 11th Spirit. I guess if I'm saying it correctly. But True Life has all these circles on it, and there's a circle that I noticed on when you look at the tree of life. There is a that's how you build the tree of life from the flower of life. So if you create the flower of life, if you don't know what it is, you can go on the internet, put in the flower of life, it'll show you what it is. It's all these circles. And in those circles you can create the tree of life. You will see all the Sephiroths, or whatever they're called, Spethroths, Sethroths. So you will see all those circles, but you will notice that there's a circle missing when you start looking at what all the circles are. And so I asked um, someone else, who knows, isn't there a circle missing? And she said, yeah, it's missing. Circle is missing. But don't worry about that, because you don't want to worry, focus on that one, meditate on that particular circle. And she didn't explain why or anything, but looking at a couple of YouTube videos, it looks like, that particular one is sort of like a gateway. And I don't know what kind of gateway or what it does, but it seems like some people are, uh, prefer you to wait on on activating that particular Sephiroth. Um, but I was hoping that this book would explain that particular one, but looking at it, it doesn't. So disappointed about that. But it is what it is. I read some articles online about it, and they really they explain it, but they really don't go into the reason why it's not on most um, depictions of the Tree of Life. So I'm quite sure it'll come up later, specifically why isn't it not on most depictions of the Tree of Life, even though I was able to catch that it wasn't present when you look at the Flower of Life, which is a good catch, by the way. So I'm on to the Flower of Life, the Seed of Life, Kabbalah, interacting with it. Still working with the Astral Dynamics book by Robert Bruce. Trying to get through this 8th chapter. I think once I get through the 8th chapter, I'll be okay. But all this energy work, he doesn't. The reason why I have a problem with the 8th chapter, you and your energy body, is because he's explaining to you what energy work is, and he's also giving you exercises without calling them exercises. So you don't know if you want to continue reading or do you need to do the exercises, because then you don't even know what the exercise, just sort of like explain to you that you need to rub here, and these are different ways to rub, and the tingling and all these things. And yes, these things are happening. I am feeling the tingling, but I would like to continue reading. But it's like I'm kind of person that, do I need to be reading or do I need to be practical application in? So I don't know. But I'm getting sleepy because I took a sleep aid, and now I'm starting to feel a little bit woozy. So so just trying to get through that. That's it. I considered going to visit my parents this weekend, but I really want to go to the temple, to the Atlantis temple in DC, and I can't do both unless I leave Sunday afternoon. So we'll see divine inspiration. I really like my hair like this. I really like my hair, but I need to get a haircut. I think I'll get a haircut tomorrow. But I really like my hair like this. My hair is really curly and I really like having more hair. You know, thank God I don't lose my hair as I get older. So I'm so happy that I still have it. So now that I have it, I now that I have it, I still have it. I wanna have it. So there, I'm tired. Even though I would like to talk more and say more, but I don't know how to put a lot of it into words. Maybe this will help me, recording myself. I think I could upload this to YouTube, and then that way I can put this in my journal entry. Okay,